What's up everybody, it's time for another video, and today I'm going to talk about one tip that will really just speed up your entire editing workflow. The moment I learned about this trick, I was just like, it's an absolute game changer when it comes to making your editing workflow faster. So essentially what I'm going to talk about in this video is remapping your keyboard shortcuts to single keys. So let's think of it this way. Let's say you have a particular keyboard shortcut that you use a lot. So let's say Ctrl+K, which by the way is the keyboard shortcut in Premiere Pro for splitting a clip. Now constantly having to press multiple keys to execute a command is kind of tiring, right? Like I don't want to constantly press Ctrl+K every time I want to split a clip. So imagine if I only had to press a single key like 1 and it'll split a clip. That's essentially what I'm going to talk about in this video. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, yeah, but before we actually get into it, just a quick disclaimer. In this video, we're gonna primarily talk about Premiere Pro, which is the software I use for editing my videos. You can use this with any program that gives you the privilege of customizing your keyboard shortcuts. So Photoshop or Audition or even non-Adobe software. Okay, that's enough talking, now let's get into the actual tutorial. Okay, so here I am in Premiere Pro, and usually you'd have to press Ctrl+K in order to split a clip. But now, as I said, I want to be able to do it by pressing just a single key. So what you want to do for that is go over to Edit and Keyboard Shortcuts. And now this is like the normal keyboard shortcuts that you have in Premiere Pro. Now we want to start remapping our keyboard shortcuts. So for this tutorial, I'm going to remap the Add Edit keyboard shortcut. And basically adding an edit means splitting a clip. I don't know why it's called adding an edit, it just sounds super weird. But now let's say I want to be able to press 1 and split my clip. Right now 1 already has a function assigned to it. So I'm going to click on 1 and get rid of this function by clicking this cross icon here. And now I want to search up Add Edit and then just drag that over to 1. And that's about it. Now we want to hit Save As and give this a random name. So I'm just gonna put in my name here and hit OK. Now let's hit OK and let's try splitting the clip by hitting 1. And that's about it. As you can see, I just hit 1 and it split the clip. So essentially what you can do is that you can make a list of your most used keyboard shortcuts and then remap all of them to like the number keys or any other keys you'd like, and that is just going to make your life so much easier. Now another thing I need to mention here is that, wait, let me just go over the keyboard shortcuts again. Okay, so remember how I talked about 1 already having a keyboard shortcut assigned to it? Well, that keyboard shortcut was Select Camera 1, which is just a function used for multi-camera editing. So now let's say I ever want to do multi-camera editing. I no longer have the ability to select camera 1 unless I go up here and select Adobe Premiere Pro default. That's just going to make all these settings revert to the original settings, and that way you can use your keyboard the way you used it earlier. And that's what I love about doing this. Even if you make a mistake, you can revert back to the original keyboard shortcuts anytime you'd like. So yeah, that's that. Talk about something else here. Which keys should you remap your keyboard shortcuts to? Okay, so if your keyboard has a number pad, well then that's perfect because you essentially have 10 keys on your keyboard which you can use for anything. So you can remap your most used keyboard shortcuts to those 10 keys. Now if you don't have a number pad, then you can think of any other keys that you don't use a lot. So personally, I don't do multi-camera editing, so I don't need the number keys on top of the keyboard. So I've just remapped those to my most used keyboard shortcuts. Now, bonus tip, if you've made it this far in the video, well, you can actually do the same thing with your mouse. Yes, that's right, you can actually remap the keys on your mouse to perform certain functions. Now obviously it would be a bad idea to remap your right click and your left click to certain functions. Instead, it would be a better idea to remap some of the keys that you don't use that much, such as the scroll wheel or the forward and back buttons on the side of the mouse. Certain companies have software built into the mouse which allow you to customize those keys to perform any function, or you can use a third-party software called X-Mouse Button Control to customize the keys on your mouse. Now, I've made no changes to my normal keys, but you can actually customize the keys on your mouse according to the different programs that you use. So I've chosen Adobe Premiere Pro here, and you can add any program clicking on add and then just select from the list, or you can browse it if you'd like. And then in Adobe Premiere Pro, my forward and back buttons have certain functions, and then my middle button or the scroll wheel is used for undoing any actions that I've mistakenly made. So yeah, you can even remap the keys on your mouse to perform certain functions. And that's about it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, hit that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. And hopefully I'll see you next time.